what you were actually struggling with prior to working with me.
So prior to working with yourself, Emma, I was struggling with chronic fatigue, PTSD, and complete burnout. And I really struggled to understand what was actually happening with me, not just me, but with my mind and body. I thought there was actually something wrong with me until I did a lot of research and, you know, realized that, you know, I need to shift this energy.
What was the moment where you kind of really took the decision that you needed to make this investment and work with me?
Um, I think it's because I was actually off for work for a couple of weeks and I was like frantically researching and trying to think I need support. And I think one day I was just on socials and I was just searching and popped up and I actually clicked on your profile and went to your website and there was good energy and I was like, there's no harm to have that one-to-one conversation with yourself. So that's why I did. I just reached out and just hoped for the best.
Did you feel like would have continued if you hadn't have reached out and made that step?
Yeah, I think I would have just spiraled even more.
Is there anything when you was making the decision of
Mhm.
working together, making that investment, was there anything that in your mind going, any barriers, like any reasons why you might not have made the investment?
In the past, obviously, I've had a couple of therapists, and well, they have been good in their area, but I felt like they weren't um, going down to the root problem. It
Mhm.
was just like surface level, and I didn't want to feel like I wanted to invest in someone that I knew could help me and believe that I could get better. And for me, it was more the fact is I didn't want to waste my time or money
Mm.
because I was actually off work and I just didn't have those financial um, funds to waste money even more.
What made you feel like I was the right person to help you do that then?
I think it was just from the one to one. It was just the energy that we both had together, and it was just very, very magical. Like I just felt like you understood where I was coming from, vice versa, and I truly felt like you could not just help me, but change the way I see things in the world, like my perspective, and help me understand what I was going through from a theory perspective.
Tell me what you have got out of the program. The program meaning the one-to-one support and the resources that come along with it.
Ah, so much. Where do I start from? So I just feel like um, the program itself has helped me just to understand myself better and why things were happening to me. It was just all in my brain. And obviously, with anxiety and stress, you do have physical symptoms. So I actually thought prior to seeing Emma that there was something wrong with me.
Mm.
And I thought I was going crazy. And every physical symptom I was having to be like, this might relate to this problem that I might have. And it was just all in my head because it was just a way of my body telling me that I need to do something about it. And I just
Yeah.
learned so much about myself in terms of like we did some value work and it kind of just helped me align myself back to where I was and I just feel really grounded. I feel like I
Mm.
have a clear road path ahead of me and I'm
Mm.
not in a rush to do things because they're goals. They don't match with my values. I will not be pursuing.
Tell me some of the key feelings that you and experience you were having prior, and tell me what like the word is now for those things.
Fear, intrusive thoughts, and just being very scared. And I think it was for me, it was more the physical symptoms. So I was
Mm.
feeling dizzy, nauseous, and I just felt like I'm stuck in a black hole that I will never ever get out, and this is my life. I felt so
Yeah,
alone and lost.
yeah. And how was that affecting your life at the time?
It was affecting me. I couldn't even go out to socialize. Didn't want to work. I didn't want to do. I was just overwhelmed with everything. Like the smallest chore, like making myself a cup of tea, I could not even do.
And tell me now.
Now it's just amazing. Like recently I just went to London as a solo trip that I would have never thought I would have been able to do like 4 months ago. and not once did I had any like anxious thoughts or overwhelmed. I was just within me, like my thoughts and weren't taking over my body, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I was in control of everything.
Yeah.
And I was not, even if I did have like a niggle, for example, like if I did feel dizzy, I won't associate the dizziness with anxiety. I'd be like, I would just tell my mind that thank you for showing up, but I no longer need this symptom in my life, and just carried on.
What do you think you've got more of now? So your average, like usual thoughts, feelings, and experiences, because they are really different, aren't they, to your
Mm.
actions before?
I feel like feel like my inner voice, I've finally got my inner voice back where I lost it like a couple of years and more than years down the line. But I feel like I am meant to be here right now. Like I have a voice that people can listen to, and I'm not afraid of being afraid of not speaking, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And how do you feel about yourself compared to what you used to?
I feel amazing. Like every day, I make sure. Like prior with this program, I never thought I was worthy of everything, but now I'm like, I'm worthy of this. I'm worthy of that, and it's like the norm for me to speak like that to myself.
What has been your favourite bit?
My favorite bit, I think my favorite bit is when we had our one-to-ones and what would come out from our one-to-ones, because every time I had a session with you, I'll be like, aha, I didn't know that. And it was so refreshing because I was learning something new about myself as we progressed through the 4 months program.
And how did you find hypnotherapy?
At first, I was a bit hesitant because everyone assumes that it's as you see on the game show, but um, it was just, I feel like from that session, it changed everything. Like it was a pivotal moment in my recovery journey, and I've
Yeah.
never looked back.
How are you experiencing life now compared to how you was experiencing before?
Now I'm a bit more hesitant, not hesitant, but like more careful of like I need to put myself first in every single situation. Even if, for example, to the gym, I'm like, do I need to go? Do I feel okay to go? And I'll just judge on that basis instead of I need to go.
Yeah, definitely. If I could capture all of your progress right now,
Mm.
when you first reached out to me, say you are going to have within 3 to 4 months, you're going to have all of this, what would have your response been to that?
To be honest, I was a bit like, that can't be possible. But I remember when we had our one-to-one, I felt like I have nothing to lose because I know it wasn't just you that was helping me, it was myself I had to help. So I had to do the inner work too.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, if you told me 4 months ago that this is good, your life is going to look like this, I probably would have not believed you because I was already a month into my burnt out, should we say, saga, and I could not see any light. And I was
yeah,
just so helpless because I just wanted to get back to normal. But now what I realized, I put my body through all that. My body will take time to heal. So I need to like, give my body and mind space time to heal and not just say to myself, I'm going to get better because I've done all this work. I know going forward, there will be a moment in my life where I'd be like, aha, all that work that I've been doing is finally like, I can see the fruit of my labor.
initial goal, and what do you actually feel you did achieve?
Okay, so my initial goals was I just wanted to feel like normal. I just wanted to feel like within my body because I was like having out of body experiences, and I just wanted to be safe and to be able to do the like daily chores, like just to make myself a cup of tea, get out of bed, have a shower. I just wanted to be normal in that way. But now I've just learned so much about myself, and I feel like I've been reborn. If like I feel like a new person.
Mhm.
Like I didn't realize that I could go, I could achieve so much. I just feel like the old person no longer exists. Like now I'm like a complete different person, and people can tell. They can see the way I walk, how I speak, the way I dress. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've gone so far beyond that initial goal, and
Yeah.
it is incredible. And what would you say to someone who, is in a similar experience to where you was at? Maybe they're looking at getting this support from me right now. What would you say to them?
I just want to tell them that I've been there. I know how you can be feeling so alone, isolated, and you're just scared that what if this could be a scam or this does not will not help. But you just need to take that first step. Once you take the first step, everything will happen. You need to see if both of you like are compatible in terms of working. And if it doesn't work out, you're not obliged to do anything else. But you have to take the first step to heal. You can't expect anyone to give that to you on the plate. And that's the hardest thing I probably did was reaching out. And once I reached out to Emma, it was like the best thing ever. Basically, just want to tell people that like you only have one life. Like don't feel afraid to not reach out or seek help because you're important. Like if you don't put yourself first, no one will look after you, and you don't want to spiral even more. So you should be proud of yourself that you know you need help, and for you to reach out, you should give yourself like so much credit that you doing the hardest bit there. That's the hardest bit, I think, and then everything just falls into place, and you just got to take it day by day. Honestly, it's like a leap of faith, and that's what I did. I came across you, I messaged you, and we booked the one-to-one, and I didn't think anything of it. I just like I didn't actually initially thought that you were going to be the fit. I just thought I'll think about it, see how it goes, but it's something that I couldn't say no to because it was just so powerful.